For centuries now, the citizens of this world have ceased to be beneficiaries and have become, instead, victims of political, social, and economic experiments, undertakings whose cumulative weight has brought us to the very threshold of the undoing of our humanity, of the essence that makes us human, of the strong sinew that binds the kingdom of man. These manifold experiments are conceived and brought to fruition through a structure of command shaped like a pyramid. At its broad base stand the pawns, those who carry out the designs, those who ensure the smooth unfolding of experiments. In the middle tier are those who appear to rule: presidents, prime ministers, governments, parliaments, secret services, national and international bodies of influence, powerful bankers, magnates, oligarchs, and so on and so forth. And higher still, there we find the true architects, the unseen originators of these experiments, beings whose aim is not merely to dominate, but to steer humanity down an evolutionary path contrary to all that destiny and the higher purpose of the human kingdom would demand. All that unfolds is devised with careful deliberation, enacted in stages and executed with meticulous precision. Those we have grown accustomed to naming the rulers of the world are in truth but second-tier leaders, even if they remain ignorant of their own place. In reality, it is the beings and powers behind the veil, beyond the curtain of the world's daily drama, who dictate what transpires upon the earth. Were the truth behind the world's great decisions laid bare, were men and women, even for a fleeting moment, permitted to attend the counsels of those who truly govern, they would stand aghast. For, you see, everything concealed from you, all those profound realities dismissed as nonsense, mysticism, fabrications, fantasies, or even aberrations, by a masterful system of deception, are in fact central to the deliberations of those who in truth wield power. You are kept confined within artfully crafted social bubbles, while these bubbles are directed from without, from the domain of reality itself. Whoever imagines that only material beings sit atop the pyramid, souls for whom spirit and the spiritual realm are but illusions, is gravely mistaken. In truth, those at the summit are precisely those who deal with the very realities they persuade you to deny. Thus I say again, to witness, even briefly, the assemblies of such entities would be to encounter a world where all that you were taught does not exist flourishes in abundance. These beings do not promote materialism out of belief in it. No, not in the least. They are deeply aware of their own spirit and of the spiritual world in which we all dwell each moment of our existence. Yet they exert all their considerable might to ensure that the majority of humanity remains forever oblivious to these hidden truths and the mystery of their own spirits. Allow me a commonplace image, though it may invite a smile or risk a touch of ridicule. For sometimes a simple metaphor best unveils the truth. Imagine, if you will, a select company of leaders gathered in secret, indulging in ice cream, a confection, a product long vanished from collective memory, so much so that the world in its multitude believes it never existed at all. Frivolous though the example may be, it slices through the present veil with surprising clarity. In their secluded circles, the true commanders of this planet not only speak of, but wield the realities of the spirit to serve their own ends. And the fact that they have persuaded the masses of the non-existence of such things is the very source of their extraordinary power. Nothing empowers them more than the conviction among many that ice cream, that is, the spiritual truth, never was. Naturally, what the true rulers of the world draw down from spirit into matter is far from good and beautiful. Yet, paradoxically, this is not the gravest plight facing the manipulated multitudes. The greatest human tragedy is not that the world's masters work their designs from spirit to matter in impure ways, but that the people themselves know nothing of it, or refuse to believe such things transpire at all. This ignorance forms the most formidable, enduring shield, behind which the true governors of the world conceal themselves. Their sanctuary is the very unawareness of those they manipulate. There is no sanctuary so secure as that which lies in plain sight. Yet for such concealment to succeed, one must ensure that no eye is trained to see, no mind prepared to discern the hidden. Thus humanity has been purposefully shrouded in darkness for centuries. The multitude, so it has been decreed by the few, must not be permitted to know, to grasp, to become infused with the deeper truths of the world and of their own souls. The many, so believe the few, must remain ignorant of the reality of their spirit and the spiritual realm in which they dwell and move with every breath, though they remain unaware. Again, let me invoke an image to shine light on the plight in which the vast majority now live. Imagine, from the hour we enter this world until we depart, we dwell in a chamber overflowing with treasures, gems and wonders beyond measure. Yet we are compelled to inhabit it in utter darkness, unaware even of the possibility of light. We pass through our days blind to the priceless gifts that are ours and that surround us on every side. We are raised to move and have our being in shadow. The few who dare speak of the light and the treasures are met with ridicule and scorn, till at last we ourselves come to doubt the very existence of the light and the riches encircling us. Those who shape our minds by insisting that belief in light is mere illusion, childish fancy, or a relic of medieval thought, do not truly forbid us to believe. They simply wish us to believe what they decree. To deny light is still to believe in darkness alone. We are endlessly told none can prove the light exists. But can they prove its absence? No. And they know this well. They know, for they themselves do not dwell in darkness. They live in the very light they deny us, even as they serve the cause of darkness. They know both the light and the treasures of the chamber. They flick the switch and use these riches for their designs upon us, while for us they extinguish the light from the moment of our birth, striving to keep us in darkness from first breath to last. Thus we see billions living their entire lives in darkness, for so they have been instructed since their earliest days. When a rare soul discerns the masquerade and dares to kindle the light within their own chamber, they are met at once with mockery and censure, should they attempt to share what they have discovered. For at heart, the matter is one of unveiling. These truths are not new. They have always been, from age to age, from everlasting to everlasting. Yet they remain by design covered and concealed. Why then are our marvels veiled, our treasures hidden, the majority of us consigned to darkness all our days? It is because those who style themselves the stewards of humanity, those perched atop the pyramid, wish for the human kingdom to forfeit its destiny. They would have us live in blindness and ignorance, lest we awaken to the truth, to reality itself. Were we to kindle the light and behold the treasures that are rightfully ours, we would slip beyond their grasp and become, by our own volition, participants in the grand destiny of humankind. May we be.